It's a reference. You need to get some reference books. If you're old enough to know Carol Burnett, she had her own variety show that was the thing. When there were 3 choices, plus PBS and maybe some local stations of things to watch. Which meant sometimes people did things like read books or go outside. The Carol Burnett show was the thing. I remember watching it. It was one of the few shows that I watched when it was actually in prime time and not in syndication. I also watched it in syndication. But by and large, my family wasn't so into television. There were a few shows we could watch, which is, when I tell you what one of them was, it will sound insane. We were allowed to watch The Rookies, which was the predecessor to the show s.w.a.t, the original version, which began with each of the police recruit rookies shooting a gun toward the camera as his name appeared. And then Kate Jackson was the wife of one of the police officers. She had a nurse's uniform, and Kate Jackson with her little nurse's hat. Because if you wanted a female police officer, you had to watch Police Lady with Angie Dickinson. It might have been called Police Woman, but this was in an era when lady professions were a thing, like a lady doctor or a lady lawyer, not a woman. In French, you still say a lady doctor or a woman doctor. What all of this has to do with Carol Burnett is really not too much, except that she was a powerful woman with her own television show, and she could get just about any guest. People were honored to be on her show. It was about an hour long. They would do 2 days of recording, the rehearsal, and then the run in front of the audience. She would take questions from the audience at the beginning, and at the end, she would tug her ear. What people don't know is that's because she had a case of tinnitus, or tinnitus, if you will be like an old childhood friend of mine. And it made her feel better. That legend about her aunt or her grandmother, her mom, it's totally not true. By the end of that recording session, she just couldn't stand it anymore and had to give it a tug.